Hispanics. We are more than 57 million living in the northern part of our continent, a place big enough to hold the dreams of those who dare to conquer and adapt in the land of the free. Our efforts have given us a buying power of $1.5 trillion, which represents an important force in the United States. 75% of us are American citizens, and not only that, we all represent 15% of the United States economy. Each one of us have a different story, but this nation is our common ground.
Most immigrants come here for economic opportunity. A few of them also come for refugee status to flee violence or persecution in their home countries. And some of them also come for family reunification.
In the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, there are many factors that trigger immigration. According to expert Maria Spern, the history of Latinos migrating to the region goes back to the post-World War II era.
We have institutions like the World Bank, the Inter-American Development Bank, and the universities throughout the area that brought many people from diverse places in Latin America. We also have, through time, diverse groups of people coming into the area. But the original Latino community was really brought by the embassies early on in Washington, D.C.
In addition to diplomats, were those who were brought by them to work in their households, making migration diverse in social-economic levels. Currently, in the Washington metropolitan area are nearly 1.5 million Latinos, of which more than 207,000 live in Montgomery County, a place that has welcomed them for decades.
The Latin American community today continues to be very diverse and vibrant. It contributes to a more culturally rich, not only Montgomery County, but Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Economically, immigrants are contributing an enormous amount to all levels of society, all socioeconomic levels.
Fueled by the armed conflict in Central America during the 1980s and 90s, many who fled their countries found a home in the region. Since then, the Latino population in the metropolitan area has grown by 814%, which mirrors the county's Latino population growth of 810%. Today in Montgomery County, Salvadorians are the largest group of Latinos. A part of the proud Latino heritage is our Afro-descendants, which contribute greatly to the success of the Hispanic community in America.
During the 1500s, there were an estimate of 15 million people that came to the Americas. Most of them came through the Caribbean and through different countries in Latin America. Out of these 15 million people, an estimate of 500,000 came to the United States. The rest of these 15 million people, which means an estimate of 14.5 million, went to Latin America and the Caribbean.
Many of them were brought to Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Central America, the Caribbean, and Mexico, among others. Their biggest battle right now is to be recognized by the Census Bureau as Afro-Latinos.
Even though we identified ourselves as Hispanic or Latinos, we are also Black. Unfortunately, the data that is being captured within many of the institutions that we have in place have not been accurately identifying this segment of the population.
In our local region, the biggest concentration of Afro-Latinos is located in Baltimore, but they also reside in Silver Spring, Gettysburg, and Rockville. One of the biggest contributions of the Afro-Latino community to the Americas is their influence in music. In spite of the inhuman legacy of slavery, the African traditions have been kept intact and continue to be a presence in Latin America. We can experience that through food, religion, art, and music.
Les prohibían la comunicación. Estaban solos y no tenían cómo comunicarse. Entonces, la forma en que ellos encontraron para comunicarse era el sonido. Agarraban una madera del árbol y comenzaban a tocar el ritmo. El ritmo, con ese sonido, ellos hablaban y en el silencio de la noche se mandaban mensajes. Y así nace el ritmo. Bailaban a través del ritmo, o sea, no se dejaban morir.
The fusion of the rhythms with the local talent of each Latin American country have made, without a doubt, Latin music an influence worldwide.
Cuando tú escuchas una música, no importa de qué país seas, esa música, ese sonido, así no tenga palabra, te llega. La música latina es algo que traspasa las fronteras. No tiene límites y migra por donde quiere y nadie se da cuenta.
But music isn't the only contribution of the Latino community to this country. Its cuisine has grown in popularity and it has enhanced the culinary landscape of the American food.
Our food is delicious. We have so many unique ingredients that they're very difficult to find anywhere in the world. Our dried chiles are very special. They give flavor to food. By combining a good cooking technique and our spices, we make amazing food.
Did you know that tortillas outsell burgers and hot dog buns annually in the United States? And that salsa also beats up ketchup as the #1 condiment in this country? The popularity of Hispanic dishes has expanded beyond tacos. We now see how the culinary influence of the Central and South America has impacted food trends in this country throughout their pupusas, steaks, ceviches, empanadas, and many other Hispanic favorites.
If one day we decide to leave, I think we would take with us all our flavors and the richness of our cuisine. And this culture will miss us a lot.
Equally missed will be the contribution of Latinos in the arts.
Who we can be is complex, and there's so much there. And I think art provides that avenue for us to see, the capacity of who we can be and who we have been.
On stage, through canvas, sculptures, and every form of art. The wide range of art, from technique and vibrancy, is another vehicle to express expansive cultural tradition of our Latino American heritage.
A lot of artists right now, like Julio Salgado, Fabiana Rodriguez, and even locally, we're having artists who are just pushing the idea of how art can activate and engage communities in a positive way and just provide avenues for our young people to see themselves in a different light and see the full potential of who they can be. And I think here in Montgomery County, we have that potential of creating spaces and creating avenues for our young people to really see themselves in art, but also see themselves beyond just art.
We have been part of important battles that have written the history of this nation. We have worked hard and assumed important positions that have shaped the great country we are today. We are Hispanics, and we celebrate our heritage.